We've been focusing on one Hashira after another throughout the course of Demon Slayer, but as the dust settles on the battlefield of the Swordsmith Village arc, which Hashira is going to rise into prominence next? Well, the manga readers should already know this, as the answer is none other than our favorite gentle giant stone Hashira, Gyome Himejima. But there's another favorite Hashira featured in this video as well, so stay tuned to find out which one. Just one more thing before we get started though, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our future uploads. With Tanjiro being 2 steps closer to his goal this time after stepping over 2 upper ranked demons at once, the story going forward is going to get pretty messy. And a fair bit of warning before we move forward, there are going to be some manga spoilers ahead, so don't say we didn't warn you. As the secret behind the Demon Slayer mark is revealed, the Hashira and other members of the Corps will start their intense training to achieve that state, which lasts for literal months. Muzan, having been following the activities of the Demon Slayer Corps, decides to give Kagaya a hearty visit. However, all hell breaks loose as Gyome Himejima, along with Lady Tamayo, assault Muzan, blowing up his upper body repeatedly with his flail like a whack-a-mole game in an arcade. All the other Hashira and Demon Slayers rush to the scene as well. However, Muzan orders Nakime to open a portal to the Infinity Castle, which ends up sucking everyone in. All of the Hashira get separated, with Gyue and Tanjiro fighting Akaza, Shinobu Inosuke and Kanao fighting the sadistic Doma, Zenitsu blitzing the new Upper Moon 6 Kaigaku, Obanai, Mitsuri, and Yushiro fighting Nakime, and the squad of Muichiro, Genya, Sanemi, and Gyome confront the strongest Upper Moon, Kokushibo. While all the battles go on simultaneously, Muichiro suffers the loss of a hand fighting Kokushibo alone at first, while Genya baits his time behind a pillar waiting to strike. Kokushibo impales Muichiro on a wall, while Genya gets found out before he could fire a single bullet, prompting Kokushibo to literally cut his body in half. Before he can finish him, however, Sanemi arrives just in time to save his little brother, and after a downhill battle, Gyome finally arrives at the scene, claiming that the Demon Slayers would not disappear before they eradicate the existence of every demon. Gyome advises Genya to stitch up his stomach wound while he takes the upper one down. Even Kokushibo himself gets flabbergasted looking inside Gyome's body, which is honed to its utmost limit. But the reason Gyome is going to be in the spotlight in the next season comes after this. Gyome single-handedly starts putting up an admirable defense against the upper rank 1, who almost beheaded Muichiro. And in all the chaos, we shouldn't forget a very important fact that slips most people's minds. Gyome is blind as a bat, and he's performing all of these superhuman feats using his other senses. As the fight goes on, Gyome starts giving Kokushibo a tough fight. However, soon Kokushibo starts showing off all the skills that he picked up over the centuries, giving Gyome a nasty cut right in the middle of his godforsaken face. Now, what comes next is probably going to shake the entire anime world when it gets animated, hopefully within the next 4 years. Gyome clenches his fists, forming a cross and making his veins pop out like rivers on a plain. Suddenly, crack-like marks will grow on his forearms, forming a shattered rock-style Demon Slayer mark. What follows is a mega intense battle, with all the other Demon Slayers present in the room joining the bout. However, we're not going to spoil the ending just yet, so check out the manga if you want to know what happens next. But this is just chapter 169. 69. I mean, the story is still 31 chapters away from being finished. So, where are the other Demon Slayers? Well, the surviving Demon Slayers soon converge on a single spot with a new goal in mind, finishing off the Demon King himself. However, this time around, they don't focus on the Demon Slayer marks alone, as they realize that a sword that cuts down Muzan's neck should be flaming red in color. A new Hashira emerges out of the ashes here and shocks all of the fans with his intense sense of justice. And you'll be surprised to know who we're talking about, as that man is none other than the most discourteous Hashira, other than maybe Sanemi, Iguro Obanai. Obanai, with his weird fighting techniques and swordplay, is the first one to tap into his true subconscious and unlock the red sword while dodging the attacks of the Demon King. What follows is an intense fight where Obanai proves to be a real MVP, and thus, when we talk about the Hashira who's going to get the most limelight in the upcoming seasons of Demon Slayer, we cannot miss out on the name of Iguro Obanai.